So we are now back down over at the rape fields. I need to check the date. It is the 25th of October. So we're a little bit a ways on now. And I think on the last video we still had oats lying up and down here. So the farmer's been out and sprayed them. And he's just having a look at the field now. We're going to have a little chat with him and see what he thinks of the field and how it's progressing. This is our first test plot, isn't it? Yeah. This is the field we planted first.
What we should have done, Matt, was give it some thought about what we were doing.
Yeah.
Because we should have sprayed these out for a start. We were so busy. You can spray volunteer oats out, volunteer barley, whatever it is, mate. You can do it. It's no issues whatsoever. But because we were so busy, and with just a little plot, the spray was dirty with Roundup, blah blah blah. We should have come and done this much sooner. Then we'd have had rape growing over everything.
Yeah.
What we should have done, of course, was spray it with Roundup at the start. And we were just in, you know, it was literally a decision. Sat drinking our tea one morning.
Yeah.
And I think it was you that wanted to do it.
Yeah.
No one else.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
It'll be fine, mate. We might lose that. You can see. You look in here, Matt. There's very little growing. There are one or two plants. I can see. There are one or two plants growing. They're very, very small. You know, the oats have a massive effect. And it just shows what effect that these volunteer oats will have. On the edges of it, they are a little bit better, Matt. So, if we lose that, Matt, if we keep all of this, for what we need, which is proof of whether we can grow it or not, there's two things that strike me, Matt. The weed control, we are having some, you know, it's making effect. You look at this, the weeds are quite thin. If you can imagine that green, but we've got an effect. We've killed that over, Matt. We'd be okay. There's nothing that looks particularly healthy out here. Yeah, you know, you could argue that that's a little bit thin, but that'll be fine. I know it will. There's no issues with that. Some plants are massive, some are smaller. I mean, I don't get that at all. But in essence, no black grass. I did find one bit just a moment ago. I did find one bit of black grass, but the thistles, mate. You look at this. You know, there's no coming back from that. That's you know, you look at this one, look, Matt. Astro curb is what we sprayed, so it's had an effect. And in essence, the weeds are too big for a start. That's the real issue. Just looking around, everyone you look at is in a bad way.
Yeah.
You know, that's there's no great shakes there. You know, they're all the same, Matt. Everyone I've spotted so far. So you look at this chickweed here now. You look at that. So
what's this called?
I would imagine it's chickweed, Matty, but I can't be 100%. But you look over here, Matt, at what we've done. Look at that, look at this. Nothing is looking healthy.
No.
So they'll be okay. There'll be a crop there, Matt.
Yeah.
The other thing is how dry it is, how it travelled. For the amount of rain we've had, and you see what we've done where we've cultivated to this, that's a bit of an eye-opener, to be honest, mate. But what you have to remember is, and you can just see it just by standing here looking, you cannot see a combine imprint. This was all cut. The ground was bone dry when we cut it.
Yeah.
So had we got all the combine wheelings out here, trailer wheelings and whatever else, could you get away with direct drilling like this or not? I'm not so sure you could. You've got to remember what the conditions were like pre-harvest.
Yeah.
And this was cut bone dry.
Yeah.
And that's why there's no volunteer oats in the centre. Those oats are just purely where the tram lines were and what I knocked out with the sprayer.
Yeah.
So we were very lucky with our oats, Matt, because we got nothing much in between. We didn't lose any oats.
So this field is worth keeping in your eyes. You're definitely going to keep it going with it?
Yeah, definitely.
What are we looking out for next? What's the biggest problem next?
There's one or two diseases that it'll get. This has got, I have no idea what that is, man. There's one or two little spots on the leaves I can see, whether that's an issue. think you're going to try and do it as cheap as you can. You know, we used to go out and have a huge spend on oilseed rape pre-Christmas, and whether it ever paid us, you got to be, you know, we had to be growing at least 2,500 weights to the acre to make it pay.
Right.
And to earn anything, you obviously need to be growing 1.5 tons of rape. Otherwise, you're not earning. What you know, people say to me, "Yeah, you get a good crop of wheat after it." Yes, you do, but you cannot live on one wheat crop in 3 years.
No.
Or 2 years. If you want to grow rape wheat, you can't live on a crop of wheat every 2 years, Matt. You can't make it pay.
No.
And the one thing that's been noticeable this year, okay, it's not been a stellar harvest, but we haven't had big costs with it. So I haven't sat and crunched any numbers on that. Lynn will do that. I don't quite get just stood there looking around, Matt. You look at these, they're very small plants in the middle of the oats, but actually look quite healthy.
Yeah.
Almost as if the oats are decayed now, so they've gone over that. You know, it does look to me like this run in particular, Matty, there's oats growing. They're very, very. This rape in the bottom is so small.
Will it catch up?
But it's still there. Yes, it will. It won't be as good. I'm sure it won't be as good. And it will stand out there. You know, you're never going to get away from that all year. Driver error, that is, mate. Put it down to the farmer's error.
So this one doesn't look too bad in your eyes at the moment.
No.
What are we going to have any issues with pigeons?
Oh yeah, we're sure to. Yeah, we're sure to. But we just get you out here. You need a job in the winter, so
Just go and chase off the pigeons.
yeah, exactly.
Right. So what we'll do now then, we'll go and look at the other field, see how that's getting on.
There's one there, look, as we speak.
Yeah.
He's just scouting.
Yeah. And what are they after when the pigeons come? They come in January, you say?
Yeah, well, they love the leaf mat. They love the one thing that we've got in our favour this year is the fact that everybody has been this last fortnight muddling corn in. So actually, there is stacks of corn sat on top of the ground now that has been muddled in the last.
Oh, so the birds are happy
So
at the
actually,
minute.
at the minute, yeah, they've got a stack of food, haven't they?
Right.
So they're not worrying about sitting in your oilseed rape crop quite so much.
No. I heard something quite interesting. They say you can only cut hedges from, when is it? What's the date? September to, or October
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's when all the winter food is there for the birds, isn't it?
yeah. So
they're sort of kicking themselves in the.
yeah, they are. But what happens, Matt, is all of us old boys go out on those dates because that's the day. So September the 1st, everybody's got the hedge cutter out. But that has been that's a great argument, Matt. But that has always been a bit the case anyway, because an arable farmer is looking to cut his hedges.
Yeah.
I mean, the time to cut a hedge, quite honestly, would be from February onwards.
Yeah.
But you can't do that, so you have to just accept that you're going.
And that's because of nesting birds?
Yeah, well,
main
the berries are all still on the hedges. The birds will have eaten the berries by February.
Yeah.
But if you look at
conditions and.
John's hedges here, if you went and looked at that, you will still find berries in the hedges.
Yeah.
On a trimmed hedge like this, you're probably not going to. But not all of them are like that.
No.
You know, there is a mixture of hedges then, Matty.
Yeah.
I mean, I love, for bird feed, yeah, hedge like that is great. But actually, if you talk to a lot of the guys, the birds don't like nesting in hedges like that. The small songbirds and stuff like this will nest in a tight hedge that has been trimmed.
Right.
Because when that's got all its leaf,
Yeah.
it's brilliant cover.
Right.
These hedges, yeah, they look as though they've got great cover, but actually they're quite open. And there's not that many birds. You know, you get a magpie nest in a hedge like that, you get a pigeon nest in a hedge like that.
Yeah.
But there aren't that many small birds. The small birds will all be down in the bramble at the bottom.
Right in the thick stuff.
In the thick stuff,
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly
Right.
right.
Right. Well, let's go. Should we go and have a look at our other field, and then that'll do. One last thing before we leave this field. We found something quite interesting. Where's she gone? Just here there.
That is an oilseed rape plant, Matt, with pods on it in October. Now, if you can explain that, that's astounding.
Yeah.
But it shows what nature does, mate. Nature will, if it can, throw a seed.
And that shouldn't be there until when?
May.
Oh, right. So he's a quick learner.
Yeah, water sits on the end of a mould like that, mate. And it just proves what clay does. You know, it will seal itself back down. And it's fine, it will go, Matt. But
It actually looks a lot better than I thought out here. There's more plants than I thought. Right, the weather's changed on us. It's starting to rain, so we're going to be quick. But we're over at the second field now. And this one was a few weeks behind, weren't we? I can't remember how many weeks behind, 2 or 3 weeks behind.
yeah, it was about, I don't know whether it was about a fortnight, Matt, 10 days or a fortnight behind, weren't we?
Yeah.
But there's a plant out there, Matt.
The thistles, to my eyes, don't look too bad now.
No,
Have a look at this one, look. They're going.
Yeah, we've done a job on the thistles, Matt. You look here, you only just look at that camera angle there, and in that area, look, big thistles, small thistles, you know, they're stuffed, mate. We've done a bloody good job on that.
What are these big plants here, the bushy ones?
I've no idea what that is, Matt.
We've got some bushy... Looks like they're attracting the beetle anyway.
Yeah, is it Charlotte? I've no idea. It looks a little bit like Charlotte.
There's a few dotted around, isn't there?
I would have thought they'd have been, yeah, I don't know, Matt. Yeah, that's it. There's a little bit of black grass still kicking about, look, Matt.
Yeah.
That hopefully the curb will have an effect on that.
Yeah.
But in the main, mate, this, you know, there's some black grass there. You know, that looks ill to me, Matt.
Yeah.
But it's, you look at the difference in size. That is smaller than that. So, but it will have an. I'm sure it will do it. I'm sure it will do it.
Actually, it looks a lot cleaner out here than the last time I came out here.
I would imagine that that's Charlotte, Matty. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that, but I just think that's what it is.
Will there anything you can tackle that with?
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thistles, you've done a hell of a job with.
Yeah, yeah.
That's quite impressive, really, isn't it?
That was.
Because you were worried about that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was Astro Curve.
Yeah.
It's not been on that long, so.
Yeah, it was only 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
It was a little bit early. You know, it was too early, really. It will soon break down. But because the thistles were getting so big, we thought we'd got to do something. So that is where we went with it. There is a product you can put on in the spring, but we were afraid of them, and it's a very, very narrow window. It's literally a 10-day window that you can get it on. And because of the way we are and how busy we are, we were a bit afraid of leaving it to that day.
Yeah.
But no, just looking across, Matt, it's, you know, I think we've done a good job. And it's still relatively dry, you know, it's quite good. The oats weren't so bad out here, Matt. You know, not even up the tramlines, but there's very little up the tramlines, very little rape.
Yeah.
You know, there is oilseed here, Matt.
Yeah.
You can see there's oilseed in amongst it, but it's not thick, is it?
No.
But we haven't got quite enough, Matty, so this is a little bit thinner planted anyway.
Yeah.
I think this will be fine, mate. If I'm honest with you, I think it will be fine.
Yeah.
What we don't know is about the stem flea beetle. You know, we meet that bridge when we get to it, Matt.
Yeah. There's a crop here, isn't there?
We've got a crop, yeah, exactly. Across the mighty, we've got 1,500 acres. We ain't got a crop on yet, so.
Exactly. The weather's been pretty tricky this autumn. I can't believe the damage it's done to the thistles. I didn't think we'd get on top of that, no way. I thought we'd be spraying this off last time I looked at it.
Yeah, well, I think Chris thought the same. I think, you know, he was sort of thinking the same. These bigger plants, I'd love to know whether we're going to be able to do anything with that. We will see. Time will tell. we'll ask Chris what that is, Mark.
Yeah.
And we will get to the bottom of what it is. The multiplying's done a good job, mate. You can just, by the way it's walking, you know, for the amount of rain we've had,
Yeah.
it's done a good job. I was just seeing if we got a little bit more black grass, because what sometimes happens, where the wheels of the tractor go, you just turn the soil and churn the soil a bit, you get a bit more black grass up your wheel marks, but actually it's relatively good.
Yeah.
This field is terrible for black grass. It's why it's been put in spring oats, and it was destined for spring wheat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will be fine. We'll do a job on that.
Great.
There's still one or two things we can do for black grass. I don't know what the dates are on the. They've had your Scarecrow, and the deer have been eating the hay at your Scarecrow.
Oh no, Freddie! Damn it! Freddie's been done by the deers.
I wonder if he was eaten by that bear that you spotted.
Most probably the Otmore beast is on the loose again. He's had my Scarecrow down. Oh mate, now I've got to make another one.
Maybe there's a lesson. Do not stuff your Scarecrow with hay.
It wasn't me, that was Hazel.
Oh mate,
Hang on a minute. Someone's been out here.
oh, they've taken him down, haven't they? They've taken him down.
Oh, they've done his face. Damn, hang on, it's broken. They've snapped the stick.
Blown over, mate.
Oh well, Freddy is no more. We're gonna have to make a Freddy Mark II. Damn it! Anyway, the rape's good, so we're getting soaked, so we're gonna leave it there.
Are we picking this up?
Yeah, there's a bit of string and stuff. We're gonna pick him up, take him home. Anyway, we'll keep you updated on the rape fields. But yeah, not bad news actually. We're doing some good out here. Maybe we'll stuff him with straw next time, you know, the traditional way. Right, anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks very much for watching as always. Subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and we'll catch you soon.